Hey, good day to you. And here I am late to my own party by a couple of minutes. I hope that I didn't frustrate you. I was fussing with the lighting here, and here we are. And happy Friday. It's Friday here in California at 11:17 a.m. And I have had an amazing week, and I'm really happy to check in with you, to settle in with you and talk a little bit about that feeling of being stopped. That question that has been coming up for me a bunch lately is, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And really kind of a silly question, because in truth, I think there's only one answer. Your thinking stops you. You're thinking, and you're thinking, whether it's fearful or discouraged or obsessive, because it's your thinking, or you're thinking about your thinking, that gets you stuck. It's what gets you stopped. I don't love that Facebook now wants me to put on a mask. Go away, little invitation. I'm not going to put on a mask for this recording. Okay, so when you're thinking about your thinking, when something happens or something arises and you notice that you have a thought about it, and then you just dive into that thought and what it could mean and why it means that things are so terrible, and all the times in the past that you've been in situations like this and it was difficult, when you're in it, when you're tripping on your thoughts and your fears, you can't move forward the way you want to. You can't move forward the way you know you're meant to. You just can't, because you're too busy thinking about your thinking, and it just goes on and on. It kind of blocks this cloud of thinking about your thinking. When I'm in it, it kind of blocks the access to the moment. It blocks the access to confidence. It blocks the access to knowing that I am guided, and knowing that I have an inner compass that has not brought me this far to drop me on my head. And as I've been learning to settle down, it's really not how. As I've been learning to settle down and let go of my attachment to my thinking, and my attachment to my thinking about my thinking, I could simply say, yeah, just let go, settle down, and the moment of action will naturally arise. That is true. That is true. But I didn't get to knowing this truth easily. I had to move through a shit ton of really tough stuff, with a lot of encouragement, a lot of love from the people that I was lucky to be mentored by, and where I just kind of sort of naturally one day had this moment of, oh, that's what it feels like when I let go. That's what it feels like when I let the fear thought, or the discouraged thought, or the you can't do this thought just go by. Instead of grabbing onto it and holding onto it for dear life, pouring some napalm on it, throwing a match on it, and creating a conflagration of despair, discouragement, and fuck you, I can't do this. That said, I think it's instructive sometimes to look at the ways you can lose your balance. Because when you give in to the temptation to overthink and obsess, and believe the crap that arises when you're overthinking and obsessing, you can forget you have an inner compass at all. You can forget that gentle connection to the journey that you have been on your whole life. So here are a couple of examples that occur to me, because this shit still happens for me. Luckily, not as often, and double luckily, not for as long, or triple luckily. So I had a ton of really good reasons available to me in my thinking about why I should stop this love affair that I am in before it started. Like, I haven't had a man in my bed in 23 years. So I've concluded I can't do that. I thought I was done with that. I have further concluded I can't do relationships at all, period, because I've had so much failure in the past in relationships. And when I thought about this person as a possible relationship to material, he doesn't pencil out well at all. Starting with he's a man. And I thought I was done with men. So do you see? This is just a lot of thinking, and a lot of thinking. But it didn't stop me because chemistry and biology felt stronger than the pull of my thinking on me, thank goodness. And so I moved forward. But this stuff happens in my business too. It happens in everything. This stopping before I start because it looks like it'll be too hard, or because it hasn't worked in the past, or because. I have been gun shy about offering my skills and my work and my talent, especially for money. If I'm doing stuff for free, I seem to have no hesitation. But when I want to think about charging for something, I come up against these beliefs and these stories and these interwoven, complicated proofs I have created for myself of why I can't do this stuff, that basically boil down to I am not successful for reasons I can easily describe that are all made up by me. I'm too old. I'm irrelevant. I'm not skillful enough. I'm not attractive enough. And by attractive I mean compelling in my offer, compelling in my, I'm just, whatever. I could talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't like the way those thoughts make me feel anymore now that I've had a taste of how liberating it can be to let them go, to let them fly by like a bird or a cloud in the sky, instead of grabbing on for dear life and making a case for my misery. What? I have lived that way too freaking long. So settling into this understanding that my thinking about my thinking gets in my way of my forward progress, gets in my way of action and motion. Letting go of my death grip on those fearful and discouraged thoughts has done more than made me braver. It has also reconnected me to my own inner compass in a way I've never experienced before, which then brings a new level of ease and trust in the journey no matter what, which then brings a new sense of why not? I'll try it. Sure, why not? I'll fold this particular paper airplane, and thank you, George Cow, for this metaphor, this idea. I'll fold this particular airplane and fly it and see what happens. From that place of feeling settled and freer and more connected to my inner guidance, I have decided to offer a women's monthly salon in my home around each full moon starting on October 4th. I created an event on my Magnolias West Facebook page for it. I can host up to 13 women here, which is a really nice coven-sized number. And I'm charging $25 in advance or $36 at the door to come and join me for a facilitated meeting that I will facilitate on the fly. Whatever you bring to the meeting is what we're going to dive into and talk about and heal and open and expand and free. I have mentioned it only since yesterday. I created a little flyer. I handed one to my hairdresser who just told me she and 2 other women are planning to come. And I created the event on Facebook and shared it at my free business networking group last night. And I don't have any paid registration yet, but I know I will. and I know that the right, exact, perfect number of people will attend. I'm gonna spend my usual $3 to $5 a week to promote this on Facebook until I have a full house. And I'm going to put the link here in case you're in the Petaluma area or know some badass, awesome woman who might like to join. So please help me spread the word. The garbage truck's outside. I'm going to stop now. I hope the audio comes through this time. Thank you so much, Facebook, for only putting up the video last time and not the audio. We'll see what happens this time. Okay, have a great weekend. Blessed be. Let me know what you think.